These demons are having a field day, stalking in the parking lot. And I want you to be clear, these are a whole bunch of non-English speaking third parties, the light sources over the parking lot. And Spectrum is also group stalking while the entity is sounding in the background with helicopter activity. This is another Charter's communication actor, Spectrum, that's engaged in state terrorism. And I want you to see the engineered light that's on the brick wall. That's not sunlight. It's along while they're in the path of the office. The entity's fake sun is over my head right now. This is P.O.C. engaged in federal stalking as well. I want you to see this. This is a demon in a commercial vehicle. That's not sunlight, okay? And also, that's not the sun. And the light source moves as I move from the leasing office. That's Bell Cab, a commercial actor. Charter Communications, this is a commercial actor. This is light activity. You can see the light source through the windshield. This is state terrorism, and I'm going to prosecute Charter Communications. Been engaged in terrorism and sexual violence, monitoring me inside of private spaces for years. And they are using what is their presence in concert with the entity while LAPD is sounding helicopter activity. This is P.O.C. and license. Let me be clear. There's no sunlight that's going to create the shadow along this side, and then somehow light is ricocheting and hitting that. That's not sunlight. This is demonic. And I'm going to prosecute Spectrum for engaging in terrorism. All right, and they are not different from the demons that come onto the property, that live at the property, that come to and fro the property. This is the same pattern of conduct underway, and this is nothing other than a logo on the vehicle, license 78429X1. That's audible activity. He's going to federal prison. P.O.C. And I'm going to join the P.O.C. to Charter. That's monitoring me while the engineer light moves across the venue. This is what they're doing while I'm in my bedroom. An engineer light is on my ceiling, and I've got multiple shadows above my head. These demons are sex offenders monitoring with the people of the state. Not different. This is demonic pacing. That's speaker companies, okay? Doing the same criminal conduct. Bell Cab. Group stalking with speaker companies. All the speaker companies is going to federal prison. All of them. Monitoring. Engineer light across the apartment building. That demon's going to federal prison. He's going. Monitoring with those that live here. Okay, Bell Cab license 9AOG104. These demons are going into a frenzy right now, coming onto the grounds, engaging in terrorism, and also speaker companies coming and participating in it. Let me be clear, Carla Lopez was here this morning and the fake sun was over me. Carla Lopez is here in the afternoon. It's 3:50. That's not the sun, nor is that sunlight. That's called audible activity and pacing, and they're all engaged in federal stalking. Bell Cab, speaker companies, Charter Communications, which is Spectrum. Okay, that's P.O.C. The entity is engaging in what is monitoring me while I'm inside of my inside of my office under what's not the sun. Okay, and let me be clear. What Carla Lopez is doing is what the entirety of the entity is doing, which is engaging in surveillance. And I also want you to see the engineer light that's on inside of my office. This is engineer light. Okay, this is the engineer light that's beside the dumpster while that demon is operating a Charter Communications vehicle, engaging in federal stalking on the venue of the internet in violation of Title 18, Section 2261A, subsections 1 and 2. Charter Communications Spectrum are the people of the state. Okay, and they're engaged in corporate invasion of privacy, monitoring inside of private spaces, engaging in federal stalking with the government, engaging in group stalking in concert with LAPD, who is sounding helicopter activity, and I also documented them doing that with speaker companies as well. Remember, these company names are nothing other than the commercial means whereby the people of the state are engaging in and facilitating California's system of federal group stalking and monitoring. So commercial means is means of civil recovery. You're going to drain the pockets, and you're also going to be exposed as a terrorist, and they're violent sex offenders engaging in surveillance inside of my private space, corporate invasion of privacy, while they're driving onto the grounds of the property. Let me be clear, delivering a package to a third party is P.O.C. Coming onto the grounds and providing some sort of service is P.O.C. Okay, and they're doing so in the unnatural environment with the demons that live here. You already know what Akeem Maradiaga is. Engineer light moves all over the dumpster while he crosses path and LAPD is flying over. Group stalking with Charter Communications, the same demonic system. All right, not different from those that live here, from those that come onto the grounds to participate in it. And remaining is documentation of impunity. All right, so this is terrorism that's on the watch of Charter, and I'm going to join the pockets for that. They're engaged in workplace terrorism, and speaker companies is going to pay me for it. P.O.C. Alrighty, that's ongoing pacing that you're looking at. Over and under the agent majority, light source right through the windshield. All right, coming and crossing path, and engineer light is on the office. That is monitoring with minor children, okay? And those are the people of the state that Heather Till, a demon-possessed group stalker who's going to federal prison, referencing the people of the state that live here as a means to threaten me while she is entirely engaged in the state's criminal system. She's going to federal prison. While the people of the state engage in that conduct and the state engages in that conduct, it's directly probative with regard to what she is and the malice with which she engaged in this criminal system, which is within the state's pattern of conduct, and it's also relevant to how long she's going to federal prison. Okay, so she's acting pursuant to that criminal system, by the way, since I'm talking about Heather Till and I'm talking about SCI. entity that which she represents is sending an email at the same time that the entity is stalking in the path, acting as one, sounding sirens, stalking in the laundry room, which is crossing path, a demon that comes close to in close quarters, and the entity that's engaging, participating directly. The demons that are the state want to communicate. And remember, this is ritualistic conduct by a bunch of demons. So it's spiritually significant what the demons are doing. This is demonic activity. This is how they're targeting. And they do so with regard to the moment that this demon, Heather Till, will respond to my email. All right, so these demons are acting in sync, and as she sends an email, sirens sounding, demon amplifying audible activity, crossing path into the laundry room, fake sun over my head, engine light, etc. That's the P.O.C. The entity is doing so. Again, it's significant when the entity is sounding helicopter activity as I walk out of my office and get all manner of this demonic system that's focused on me. All right, they're in the parking lot. Kim is using his vehicle with the hazard lights on. That demon in the charter communications vehicle sitting on the side of the dumpster with engineer light on that wall. That's what is stalking with light activity. And then the entity is sounding helicopter as I walk out and start capturing the video of it, okay? Because they know what I'm doing online, on my phone, which is federal stalking criminal conduct. Okay, and it's also legally relevant that the government that's group stalking you, that's terrorizing you, is continuously doing so while they know that you are in fact enforcing your rights. All right, and then the government that's group stalking you through your so-called employer, a third-party company, is then threatening regarding your enforcement of your rights. You go to federal prison for that. All right, so it is currently, this is the people of the state that are calling in the specific environment. It's audible activity creation and Title 18 criminal activity. And the entity stalking in helicopters, so let's get Melanie Pena, Heather Till, Carla Lopez, federal prison, flying right over the office. P.O.C. Oh, you ever been to prison?
Yep.
You have? You been to prison before?
Oh, no, I haven't.
Oh, okay. All right. Crossing path in sync with LAPD in the specific environment, communicates a threat while knowing that he's been documented, and doing so, communicating a threat with the engineer light. He's going to federal prison. The entity flies directly over my office with LAPD that was stalking at the Vons grocery store while the fake sun was over me at the Vons. When I go to the bank, when I'm driving to the bank, that same police department is stalking in helicopters in concert with the people of the state. The reason why I'm asking him a question is because, first of all, I want to get his identity and I want him to understand where he's going. He's going to federal prison. That's why I'm asking the perpetrator while he's engaging in terrorism in my face. That level of impunity is directly relevant to how long he's going to federal prison. And that audacity, while Heather Till knows that she's also being documented, it's to your own demise. What Charter Communications is doing, Carla Lopez is in relevant position doing, and Heather Till is aware of the fact this is an entity you're dealing with. You're not dealing with a personalized criminal act. You're dealing with an entity. So everybody that I just named, including Heather Till and Palo Alto, is going to federal prison, okay? This is what Speaker Companies represents, what Speaker Companies is fully engaged in. Melanie Pena, who's calling on the phone, while LAPD, again, is flying over my office, and Charter Communications is crossing path. That's the simultaneity of conduct behavior. That's the targeting conduct. That's the terrorism of a demon-possessed population. This is exactly what's happening, by the way, when I'm being molested by these demons by engineered light that's not even naturally occurring, that you see sitting on the side of that brick wall while that demon is in a Charter Communications vehicle. That's what they're molesting my person with while I'm at the Social Security office. And that's why all those armed third-party groups, stalking minions, working for a third-party company, Pentagon Security, they're going to federal prison. Okay, so it is currently 3:56 p.m. LAPD just helped somebody else land their time in federal prison. That's the state's purpose, where you are exposed for engaging in federal group stalking and monitoring, and that third party is acting with impunity. And in addition, that same entity that I'm referencing sounds helicopter activity while they know that I'm documenting them, again flies over my office with simultaneity to directly communicate a threat to my life. Where you want to threaten the life of an American citizen while you're terrorizing them and group stalking them in the United States, you go to federal prison. Third party companies, the employees of SCI are engaging in group stalking and federal stalking, and they're all going to federal prison for it. Literally. So let me get you the light source one more time. 357. This is P.O.C. And that is the light source that is directly over my head. And this is where Carla Lopez was this morning, where the fake sun was here over my head while he's group stalking with the people that live here. And he's group stalking in the afternoon with the people that live here. The light source is nowhere in Ontario. It's not over any car wash. It's not anywhere over near Vons or anything like that. It's right here. And it's also not in alignment with my bedroom window. It's in alignment with me at my leasing office, which is where the demons are stalking in a helicopter over my leasing office while he's walking by my leasing office, group stalking. And they also like to do that with the little kids. That's exactly what Precious Bastillos just showed, while engineer light is in my office, appearing on the wall, and you're just randomly walking by while the entity is just randomly flying over in helicopters. That's a well-documented P.O.C. All of the aforesaid parties are going to federal prison. All right, it is again 3:58 p.m. This is P.O.C.